Ethan loved learning English. Every morning, before going to school, he opened a small notebook. On the first page, he had written a goal. I will learn 5,000 English words. Every day, he memorized 50 new words. He highlighted them, repeated them aloud, and even tested himself before going to bed. After 3 months, his notebook was almost full. He felt proud. One afternoon, his English teacher smiled and said, "Tomorrow we'll have a 5-minute conversation in English. No books, no notes, just talk." Ethan wasn't worried. He thought, I know thousands of words. This will be easy. The next day arrived. The teacher looked at Ethan and asked, "What did you do last weekend?" Ethan froze. His mind became completely blank. He remembered words like generous, determine, opportunity, and environment. But he couldn't answer one simple question. The classroom became silent. Finally, he whispered, I don't know." That afternoon, Ethan walked home feeling disappointed. How is this possible? He wondered. I know so many words, but I can't even have a simple conversation. As he walked through the town, he noticed a small second-hand bookshop. An old man was starting outside, arranging books on a wooden table. The old man looked at Ethan and asked, "You look troubled. What's on your mind?" Ethan told him everything. The old man listened carefully. Then he picked up an old dictionary. "Do you think this book speaks English?" he asked. Ethan laughed. "Of course not. It's just a dictionary." The old man smiled. Exactly. A dictionary knows thousands of words, but it cannot hold a conversation. Ethan became quiet. The old man continued. Words become useful only when they become part of your life. Then he handed Ethan a small piece of paper. On it, he wrote only one word. Journey. Don't memorize it, the old man said. Live with it today. Ethan looked confused. What does that mean? Use the word whenever you can. Write one sentence. Say it aloud. Think about it. Tell someone about your own journey. By tonight, that word won't feel new anymore. Ethan decided to try. That evening, he wrote, "Learning English is my journey." He told his sister, "Your journey at university must be exciting." Before sleeping, he whispered, "Tomorrow is another step in my journey." The next morning, he realized something surprising. He didn't need to force himself to remember the word. It appeared naturally. One word became 3. 3 became 10. Soon, Ethan stopped memorizing long lists. Instead, he started collecting experiences. Every new word became part of a story, part of a conversation, part of his everyday life. A few months later, the same teacher smiled and asked, "What did you do last weekend?" This time, Ethan answered without hesitation. "I visited my grandparents. We cooked together, played chess, and talked for hours. It was one of the happiest weekends I've had in a long time." The teacher smiled. Not because he spoke naturally. After class, Ethan visited the old bookshop again. The old man asked, "So, how many words do you know now?" Ethan smiled. "I don't count words anymore. I collect conversations." The old man closed his book and quietly said, "That's the day real learning begins." Today's lesson: don't collect English words. Collect English experiences. A word you use is worth more than 100 words you only memorize. Thank you for listening to today's story. I'll see you in the next episode of Speak and Grow English, where every story helps you become a better, English speaker.